Hey, Dean Barwick here with Right Time Mortgage. How you doing today? Hope everything is going awesome this 2021 for you. Anyway, we want to continue on the series of recovery. We're calling it The Road to Recovery, and this is officially episode 2. So what I want to do before we get started is tell you a little bit about my history in the mortgage industry. I got started way back in the 80s. We had worked for a foreclosure company, and they bought and sold foreclosure properties. I went to the trustee sales in LA and in Orange County, and sometimes the Inland Empire, and looking for people who were out there that gone to a seminar and they're ready to buy properties and didn't know what to do. So we would bring them together and pool the money and help them. We'd buy properties and flip them, and it was a lot of fun. Interest rates back then were extremely high, 18, 19, 20, 21%. So a lot of creative financing was going on. Anyway, so through the years, I ended up doing second mortgages, found myself in Ditech, which was owned by GMAC. I remember, man, when we hit 6%, everybody was going crazy. Refinances were going through the roof. It was a crazy environment. I loved it. And shortly after that, I remarried. We started our own company, Lending Family, and we loved it. You know, I've processed my own loans for quite a while. I hired a few assistants, went with a processing company, and I can say this, throughout the years, I have seen enormous abuses in the industry with NAGAM loans and how they were sold. And at the same time, I saw people, investors who had NAGAM loans who did extremely well and understood the loan, understood how it worked, and made it work for them, right? So it was actually a good deal. But, you know, there was so many abuses, you don't see NAGAM loans anymore. Now, in the beginning, when the debacle hit and all the new laws came out, money was extremely tight. But today, we are seeing a lot of money loosening up in both Fannie and Freddie. Jumbo loans, loans for self-employed people that don't have the regular conforming income documents, loans for people with damaged credits. And last year was a phenomenal time for refinances and purchases, but so many people didn't fit into that Fannie Freddie box, and maybe they weren't able to take advantage of that. Well, I got good news for you today. Those boxes are opening up and making a lot of new opportunities available. So keep that in mind. Contact us at any time. We will help you find. Right now, we're in the process of finishing our licensing, but we will help you find a mortgage loan originator specifically that would, work with you. And we're not going to give your information to them. You call us up, talk to us, we'll give their information to you, and we'll help you find somebody who can really work on your specific scenario. Anyway, that aside, let's talk about yesterday. We talked about the importance of you finding that, whatever that is that makes you tick, whatever that is that helps you rejuvenate your creativity. Creativity is so important in everything you do in life. And when we lose our creativity and we fall into a rut and we get stuck, and sometimes those ruts might be real successful. I've known a lot of people who got into something, was working good, paying the bills, and they're able to do things, and they didn't pursue their creativity. And so when things shifted in the market, they were kind of upside down, didn't know what to do because they didn't have that creative juice preparing them for change, preparing them for things that were coming. So creativity is so important. But creativity, think of it this way. Think of a Formula One race car, right? If you took a Formula One race car and you put regular unleaded, the cheapest gas you could, you're not going to get much out of it. But if you took the racing fuel, or think of it like a jet engine, right? Jet engine fuel, or the fuel you need in a Formula One race car, and put it into a Ford Pinto, you're going to destroy that Ford Pinto. Remember the Pintos? I do. Maybe today it'd be like a Hyundai, right? Anyway, so think of the creativity as the high performance fuel. But you need to get out there and read books and find out what other people in your industry are doing that's working. Doesn't mean I love what Russell Brunson and Tony Robbins, they say find somebody successful in your niche or your industry and copy them. Don't, actually, I don't know, the copy is the word they use. Don't steal their whatever it is, but learn what they're doing and do it your own way, but similar. So I guess it is kind of copy. You're imaging after whatever is working. You're finding something that works, and you're making it your own. You're making your adjustments, but you've got to have that creativity as the fuel to move that vessel, whatever it is. And so I want to touch on that. You know what? Everybody has their time. For me, I'm the kind of guy, I'll work until I hit a brick wall. I don't like taking breaks. I like pushing. And then I hit my brick wall. I can't do anymore. I go home, spend time with my wife. Maybe we'll watch a movie. But I get up really early in the morning. I'm a morning person, 3, 4 in the morning. And the whole house is asleep. And I start reading my books, listening to videos, whatever that is, praying, worshiping, do all of that. And I then will find those things and put all those pieces together. But I have got to, on top of that, have my little outings that get me away from everything and regenerate that power, that juice, that whatever, that force of creativity. It's so important. But it's just as important to have something to apply that creativity to. So you've got to do both sides of it. You've got to have the structural side, seeing what is working out there, what other people are, and there's so many books out there. There's so many things available to you today. You've got to look at what's working in your niche, or what is of interest to you and what's working in that, and you've got to rejuvenate yourself. Get out, go out somewhere, whatever that is, where you find those creative thoughts coming back. And it is a process. It's not going to happen overnight. You've got to make a daily habit of this and move on. I've known a lot of people who had a breakthrough, had a great idea. Man, that idea, took them for 5, 7 years, whatever. Then the industry changed, or competition came in, which created an industry change. And all of a sudden, they're upside down, don't know what to do, because they got so happy in their success, they did not ever think it could go away. And had they stayed in that place of creativity and stayed in that place of seeing what other people are doing, their success could have been a launching port into something even more successful, or how to build a greater foundation that would accommodate or adapt to the industry changes. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? So you have got to put time into both of those things. Restoring creative juices and finding out what is working in the marketplace. Think of it like a jet engine, the fuel in the engine, or a high performance, race car. The fuel and the engine, and you're the driver. All right. Hey, till next time. Listen, if you are looking for a particular loan, you need some help, contact us. Click on the link. I don't know if you're on Facebook or Instagram or you're watching this on LinkedIn or YouTube, but we'll have information. Contact us. We'll find out what type of loan, what your scenario is, and I will put you in contact with a mortgage loan originator who can specialize in what you're looking for. And we don't make a dime. We just would love to help you with that. God bless you guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.